Welcome to the official Personality Guru. ISTP, Introverted, Sensing, Thinking, Perceiving, is a four-letter code acronym used to represent one of the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types. People with this personality type are fearless and independent. They love adventure, new experiences, and risk-taking. They tend to be quiet observers and are not well attuned to the emotional states of others, sometimes coming across as insensitive or stoic. They are results-oriented, acting quickly to find workable solutions and understand the underlying cause of practical problems. ISTPs are sometimes referred to as the craftsman, the crafter, or the virtuoso. ENFJ is the opposite personality type of ISTP. ISTPs typically live their lives in a self-directed manner, sticking to their habits, ideas, and lifestyle choices. They tend to struggle with boundaries and guidelines as they prefer to have the freedom to work at their own pace and explore life as they desire. They are true introverts who are private about their personal lives and prefer to spend time alone. They dislike small talk and tend to connect with others by sharing activities and working together on a project. They enjoy thrill-seeking activities and fast-paced hobbies such as motorcycling, bungee jumping, or surfing. They love to get their hands dirty and use their senses to engage with the world around them. They regularly will venture out of their comfort zone and exploring novel ideas through first-hand experiences and learning new skills through trial and error. Today, let's talk about the traits of an ISTP personality type. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the official Personality Guru and ring the bell icon to get regular updates on our latest uploads. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. ISTPs are curious about the mechanics of the world around them and typically have a unique ability to manipulate the tools in their environments. They tend to study how things work and often achieve mastery in the use and operation of machines, instruments, and equipment. They seek understanding, but in a practical sense. They like to be able to put their technical knowledge to immediate use and are quickly bored by theory. ISTPs tend to be detached and prefer the logic of mechanical things to the complexity of human emotions. Independent and reserved, ISTPs treasure their personal space and want to be free to be spontaneous and follow their lead. ISTPs are selective about their relationships and appreciate others who allow them plenty of freedom to do their own thing. 1. They tend to act first and think later. ISTPs tend to act first and think of the consequences later. They have a big challenge with acting too fast. For example, an ISTP may tell an offensive joke or abandon a significant project when something more exciting comes up. At that moment, they may feel that they are making the right decision, but regrets and consequences commonly follow such actions. ISTPs like to go with the flow and can easily abandon something without an afterthought. It can be futile to try to change the ISTP's way of doing things because they may be very stubborn. 2. ISTPs can be insensitive. People with the ISTP personality type are often uncomfortable with showing their emotions. Therefore, when in situations where one is required to show empathy, ISTPs may seem insensitive. It is not that they do not care. Rather, they have a different view of how to handle things. ISTPs use logic and reasoning instead of emotions when dealing with any kind of issue. When a person with the ISTP personality tries to show empathy or emotional sensitivity, it may not come out correctly. Personality types that value emotional displays often find people with the ISTP personality type insensitive and unwilling to connect with them emotionally. As a result, people with certain personality types may avoid developing any kind of relationship with people with the ISTP personality type, simply because they cannot connect with them, and not because of the personality type itself. 3. ISTPs generally like to spend time alone. ISTP introverts and like spending time alone. They require time alone to process their thoughts and regain their energy. ISTP also take time away from others so that they can figure out their ideas. In relationships, ISTPs may unintentionally neglect others because of their need for space or alone time. They love when they are on their own since they are intelligent people who like having space and time to process information. 4. They may struggle with the verbal expression of emotions or feelings. ISTPs are generally uncomfortable with expressing their feelings. When friends and loved ones are in a difficult situation, the ISTP personality may get uncomfortable when asked for emotional support. They would rather offer practical solutions for problems instead of sympathy. This isn't to say that people with the ISTP personality don't have emotions. Rather, they often hide their emotions as they are unsure of how to express them. They often lack the right words to express themselves to their partners, which may be a problem in their intimate relationships, especially if their partners expect an emotional connection. ISTPs generally prefer nonverbal expressions. 5. They have an adventurous spirit. People with the ISTP personality type are curious by nature. Their insatiable adventurous spirit gives them the desire to learn new things. People with this kind of trait are likely to start a project and then midway abandon it once they understand how it's supposed to be done. ISTPs enjoy thrilling and new experiences, which may lead them to engage in risky behaviors. It is common to find people with the ISTP personality type in risky hobbies such as ice hockey, bungee jumping, and motorcycling. ISTPs are stubborn and might avoid long-term commitments, which can make them vulnerable to risky behaviors. 6. They may avoid commitment. People with the ISTP personality live each day for the moment and might dislike commitment. Long-term commitments, even in romantic relationships, can be a challenge for ISTPs. It can be oppressive to an ISTP if they are held back by something for an extended period. Although they may run from long-term commitments, they might be able to comfortably remain in a lifelong relationship if they are given the space to take it one day at a time. If they are forced to decide on a long-term commitment prematurely, they might get uncomfortable. ISTPs enjoy the freedom of choosing what they want, and long-standing commitments may remove the freedom of choice. However, when ISTPs find a person or thing worthy of their commitment, they can stick around. 7. They may get easily bored and engage in risky behaviors. ISTPs are effective thinkers, but they can have a weakness in concentrating on long-term things. They like to move to the next agenda as soon as possible. People with the ISTP personality love to keep their minds busy and enjoy the thrills of life. When forced to stay dormant for too long, ISTPs get bored. They like to have something to keep them constantly busy. Monotony and idleness often bore them. ISTPs live in the present and enjoy the freedom to change their mind each moment without judgment. 8. They're effective at prioritizing things. Even though ISTPs are spontaneous, they can also rein in their spontaneity until such a time when it is necessary. People with the ISTP personality type can use their energy where it is most needed. Sometimes ISTPs have a do-not-care attitude that may impede prioritization. ISTPs normally like to live in the now and try to remove barriers that are holding them back. As an ISTP, what are your traits? Be sure to watch until the end and share your experience for a chance to have your comment pinned. 9. ISTPs prefer hands-on activities. ISTPs have a great hand-to-eye coordination, are mechanically inclined, and enjoy solving problems using their hands. ISTPs often display high levels of energy and prefer to use their hands and body to explore the concrete world. They prefer hands-on activities and are likely to underperform academically due to a lack of stimulation. As parents, ISTPs can often up with many different hands-on activities that help their children learn and have fun at the same time. In the majority of situations, they prefer hands-on experience as opposed to the theoretical part of things. Before we continue, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the official Personality Guru for more amazing videos. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to stay updated with our content. 10. They're problem solvers. People with the ISTP personality type often have an intuitive understanding of machines. Few things feel unsolvable to an ISTP when given enough time. They typically like using their introverted thinking to solve different problems and optimize functioning. ISTPs are usually imaginative when dealing with practical things. Problem-solving abilities may come naturally to them, and they usually like putting their ideas into action. People with the ISTP personality are often very analytical, which can make them great problem solvers. They are skilled at using their mind and hands to solve different puzzles. ISTPs prefer to break down problems into many parts and try to find out the interrelation and framework associated with the details. After getting an accurate understanding of how everything might have happened, ISTPs may then examine the problem once again to check for any inconsistencies. Next, they might look at the concrete facts and the most reasonable solution to the issue at hand. On the downside, they can be too focused on the facts and miss real human elements present in the problem.